Uh, okay, it appears I'm gonna have to brute force it by actively using voice mod. I have no idea what it's doing. Hello, everyone. Should I make my microphone better? I mean, like, make the audio louder. Yeah, it's not working on the normal sense. I don't know what's going on with my microphone. It's not picking it up. I'm trying to fix it as... Oh. Oh. Oh, I fixed it. Hello. There we go. Everything should be working now. Yeah, I just fixed the application. Now it should actually allow me to talk. Currently, I'm working on the background project, which requires me to be in the end, obviously. Let me actually get my phone so I can actually watch and see what you guys are saying as well. The only reason I could respond before was because I was looking directly at the thing. It might take a second here. Oh boy. Why must my phone fail me? There we go. I got my phone up. And now I should be able to see everything you guys say. Hello. Oh. Just forcefully adjusting where my phone's sitting. And the current placement's not working. Yeah, potato, doesn't matter. As long as it works. So I should be able to respond to you every time I look at my phone. Let me just fix that. Oh yeah, flash warning. I don't know why the glove does this in first person. I need to fix that so I don't have to deal with that as often. It's not a problem when I'm in this perspective. In any case, let me get to work. So if I remember correctly, these were about 200 wide. Not 200 wide, 200 tall. Cylinder. There we go. And then that 200. There we go. There we go. And now life should be so much easier. Currently, I'm working on a background project, which isn't much, of course. Still something. And I've been not feeling that motivated to do content recently. I do apologize for that. It's weird. My existence on this platform is both of me actively willing myself and also trying to figure out what I should be doing. On top of that, usually it's a little awkward for me to talk to myself for long periods of time. I do apologize if there is background noise. There's not much I can do about it. I am in what the equivalent is of the living room, which is also my room. It's weird. Also, I've got that one Aladdin song stuck in my head currently, the Prince Ali one. It's goated. Goated. Currently, this project is of my cinematic universe that I've been trying to do for years. But I've never actually gotten around to the actual story making. I've always done the world building first. Thank you. The reason this is being built at the moment will make more sense. And if anyone has seen that one series, the one where I was playing Sora Minecraft, this will be very abundantly clear. Let's just say that series is over, and it's going to be decently hard work to do what I want to do as like a send off, because honestly, I've not had a motivation to go back to that world. In any case, it was like more of a send off, like a startup world, you know? It was like meant to be burnt at the stake. Things are not gonna be very peaceful for myself in the soon, because this place is exactly why. I'm gonna record about 30 minutes of content in that world for the last time, and then this place's use will be used. It will be used for the first time here, which is gonna be fun. And let's just say, not the only time it will ever be used. Yeah, burned at the stake. It's like to show the peace before the fire. On top of that, I've been very busy with the building for Jack's server. I've not had much time to do content. Oh yeah, you're probably confused to why there's a bunch of I should that's weird. It's attempting to reconnect. In any case, I should probably oh, smoke. Lovely. Explain what this place is. It's between reality. That's all I can say. It's between everything. It is everything and nothing. Each of these pillars I have built with a specific look in mind. Let me just actually increase my speed. For example, if I go up to one of these, you'll notice how I use Skulk for the specific look, right? Yeah, each of these pillars is a universe in the multiverse. It takes some inspiration from the concept of the pillar of life. And you'll notice how some of these pillars seem to be getting taken. That is the universe that little world took place, by the way. And you'll understand the reasoning behind it all. You can see clearly what these pillars are supposed to look like over here. Because these ones are some of the untouched. These are the only ones that will be untouched left. And over here is like the graveyard of the multiverse, I guess. Oh yeah, let me give you a sense of scale. Each one of these pixels is its own galaxy, I guess. That's how large of a scale this is. This area is such a large scale concept. It's a little hard to explain. All I can explain for now is that this is the first. This is where it all began. That's why this pillar is completely different compared to everything else. This story can be done right, and if it is done right, it could be pretty good. But if I mess up, yeah, might as well just quit YouTube, you know? It'll be like the biggest fundle you could ever make with a concept this grand. And this entire thing will not be taking place in a specific genre of content in any means. Like, I'll also be playing other games on occasion. And when this whole series is over, I'm hoping to maybe manage to get into Hermitcraft. I don't know. That is my only goal, which is funny. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of background noise, but there's also a lot of figuring out. Honestly, there's universes where it's just literally Doctor Who. I'm gonna be honest, I want to do a Doctor Who episode. So, yeah, there is definitely gonna be... I'm also doing it to make it this expansive, so I could basically do random one-off videos within the story, because I do love many concepts and I really want to explore a lot of them. I don't know why from a distance there's red. I very much doubt getting into Hermitcraft. I press X to doubt. I'm not that good of a builder. I'm decent. That's why I'm kind of hoping with a handful of sand. Yeah, that's pretty much what this is. It's explored the mole. And I will need to come up with stories for each of these worlds, how they ended up the way they are, the world building. And with a lot of these, I'm not going to be able to just, write it in advance. It's a lot of it is me trying to also figure out on the fly, because a lot of these will just be one-offs, gags. Some of these might evolve into more than just gags. And I will also explain why, like I'll show off each of these worlds dying off. At some point. Also, I'm very much incapable of that when I've got nothing to show for anything, But pretty much this entire story, there's going to be a lot of visual storytelling. Because, yeah. And also a lot of it is going to be hidden storytelling. There's just a lot of kind of storytelling in this. I want to explore every way of doing this. I don't want to be the one person who didn't take the opportunity to tell a story in a story within a story, Like, it's got so much potential to just create characters and so many different ideas meeting up and making a unison masterpiece, even though I'm not good with this stuff. But a brother can hope. But yeah, pretty much this entire thing's alive, by the way. That is one spoiler I will be giving. It is alive. And it's pretty obvious. And to also give a farewell good tip of the hat to Minecraft Story Mode, the Witherstorm does have a big part of how it got to this point. There is some connection. It's the multiverse, of course. There is bound to be one universe in which the Witherstorm existed. It's Minecraft. You gotta include some of the classics. This all started from one choice. And now... Oh, it is terrifying. Like, you gotta understand. With how fast this actually moves... Hello! With how fast this actually moves, if you were to scale this... I'm building the whatchamacallit story. I'm doing the Clueless Cinematics series stuff. I've not really done much with anything. I do apologize, I've not uploaded in a while. I lost track of thought. But yeah, pretty much, if you were to scale with this thing, it moves fast enough where you would blink and it's already on top of you. That's how fast this is moving. But with the scale, it's really slow. The multiverse graveyard. I do apologize for the flashing hand. I don't know why it's flashing. It doesn't do that from the outside. Also, don't ask about the tail. I don't know why it's there. I don't know how to turn it off. I've tried. It's glitched. But yeah, the concept is just very mishmashed. Figure out the clues, collect the pages kind of thing. Oh yeah, today I saw a squirrel up close today. Didn't. It's kind of sad that the squirrel didn't make it. I like squirrels. Yep. This entity is very reminiscent of the end and the Wither Storm. There's a lot of reasons, a lot of storytelling elements that I still need to actually remember and figure out. But the best way to explain it is all of this used to be in unison, like over here. Like, this is the only parts that are still in unison. Everything went downhill. It's both meant to look beautiful and terrifying, and yeah, it was sad. I feel sorry for the squirrel. I don't even know what was wrong. My parents brought the squirrel back to take care of it, and it did not make it. It did not. I'm using my phone, by the way, to check the comments and all that. And I am noticing the stream is delayed, so it might take a second between me responding and everything. There's like a decent chunk of delay, but I actually find it funny, to be honest. I'm replying in time with the comments, but it just the delay between the video and me actually talking is really real, is really there, very prominent. But basically, the best way to explain all of this is I imagine each of these pillars representing its own universe, right? Each of these glowing pixels being, of course, the larger bodies of whatchamacallits. Like, for example, our observable universes are within these. And I made them pillars, both for the convenience and also to take some inspiration from the concept of the pillar of life or whatever. I don't remember the exact details. Hello! I'm good and you. Ooh, bagel. It is always lovely to meet and talk to people. I don't even know if Bagel is a subscriber or not. It's just always a fun time to talk to new people. Hello. I also do apologize about the delay. I might try and fix that next time. It might just be my internet that made the delay real. I'm doing good. And you, Bagel? How are you doing? How are you today? I also sometimes hope my day is good, but then I wouldn't be able to build. A good day is not a productive day. Not for me. That's good to hear. What should we be talking about? Uh, Usually I would just ramble on about random events today, but I haven't gone outside, so I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? While I figure out what I'm doing. This silence is me waiting for the comments. It's for the video to catch up to the now. Also, the way I'm building is very awkward and strange. I must admit, I'm not the best of builders. I still got a lot to learn. It's always cool when people draw me. I really love it when I see art. It always puts the biggest grin on my face. Do you have Minecraft friended? What? Do you have Minecraft friends? If it's yes, you should make MC videos like horror mods and stuff. I do plan to do content with friends. That's what this big project is. It is a large cluster of me basically talking to myself, sadly. But at the same time, I will be doing videos with friends. I am just a little anxious when it comes to that. Plus, I do like horror mods. I actually did a horror mod at one point with my two closest friends, Duck and the KPJ. If you check out that one video, it's always amazing when you're pretty much not sure why you died. We're actually going to be doing a video at some point. I still need to find the motivation to actually do it. But at some point, I will be doing a video with the Create mod where we try and travel from the one end of the world to the other. I know it's probably been done before. We're going to be using the Create mod, of course, because that's always a fun time. But yeah, there's a lot of ideas, a lot of shits and giggles. It's just a matter of actually finding the motivation to do anything. Maybe after this stream, maybe the next stream I will do a horror mod, or maybe just do a horror game in general. I don't know. I'll see what's more convenient. Yeah, editing videos is the biggest cluster chunk. Like, I'll say this series is going to require so much editing. I might just die before any of it gets released. It's going to be the equivalent of the clueless cinematic files. You gotta find the videos. I will say, every time I've wanted to do YouTube, I ended up having to wait so long because of my family deciding I can't do it. I've basically now just gotten to a point where I struggle to think anything up. Sure, Bagel. I will probably set one up for the YouTube stuff. Cause my dumb butt don't know what I'm doing. In any case, yeah, it's all right for you to draw me. I'm gonna be honest. I love to see art. It's always fun. It is. I really like to see it. I will say a lot of this build is also going to be animated by my friend Duck. The context being, well, a lot of this series is actually going to be a mishmash between editing, animation, all the lovely tricks, and also some forced perspective. I might actually set up a Discord server at some point, Bagel. I'm going to be honest, it might be a little simpler. I actually do have one, I think. I don't remember. I will have to check, and if there is, I will link it in my next upload. Because yes, it is fun. I might have to just set up one. My dumb butt have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah, pretty much I'm mostly kind of I I will say I'm a very anxious person when it comes to content as well. Because usually I am like a what's that one animal that just is like constantly like like constantly fearful? I think it's a chihuahua. No, chihuahuas are just uh absolutely hell incarnate. Uh I can't remember what the animal is called. I know it was a South African animal. Very skittish. In any case, the this cinematic universe is a very big project and might take me a very long while. So that's why I've decided to do streaming when it comes to this. It's because no, like I'm gonna be streaming myself building this stuff when I'm not building for Jack server. Because honestly, I gotta pull this stuff out of my mind because I can't remember most of this stuff. I can remember a chunk of the story, but not everything. Let's check out from the angle that this entire thing will be seen when it's discovered. Oh, where is it? Here it is. I do plan to use some cinematic shots when it comes to this, like a fly before the reveal of the world that's still untouched. I am the smallest of coconuts. I guess you could call me a bit of a loony. But basically, this entire concept has been in my head for many, many years, and I just need to kind of figure out the details still. Because as such of the series being in my head for so long, I've also lost many details of the story. Oh, trust me, the scale is much larger than the end, but this entire story does take place in the very first variation of the end. And the reason will be clear once I actually do it. And I do plan to hide a lot of lore when I do this. So far, I'm just giving like the rundown, the thing that will be pretty abundantly clear. The things pretty much that are going to be spelt out. Oh, that's not good. Well, I guess I've run into the world height limit. Again. Hate it when that happens. Uh... I thank you, Bagel. Where am I going? This. Okay. Oh. Let me go in here. Grab default tools. V. This is one of the very few times I actually do rely on Axiom to help me. Because of the scale of everything, it is very necessary. Otherwise, I would never get done. I like to watch anime shows, movies. I like the abundance. I like them all. As an individual who relatively does kind of blur content together, I don't really have much of an opinion of anything, but I do really like a lot of things. My favorite movies so far have been the ones with robots in it, because I am a nerd. I really do enjoy movies like Wall-E and whatchamacallit. I can't remember all the names. I also like shows like Doctor Who. And I really enjoy a lot of things. It's pretty hard to pin down anything specific though. And I can't wait for the only character that knows about this and doesn't do shit about it to be introduced as well when it comes to this series. It's so large scale, but it's also so small because of the limitations of people. Like I don't know enough people for this to be such a large scale thing. The builds definitely large. The concepts definitely a bit scattered and random at times. It's also going to be very fun to explain why a lot of these universes are touching. Going to be really fun. These concepts are very, very enjoyable to me. And the concept of how everything works is also pretty interesting. The rules of this universe are very, very, very in depth, if I remember correctly. I don't remember all the rules, I just remember like a good chunk of them were very complicated to remember. You were curious of how the building ideas come from? Uh, this one, it's been just from years and years of constant thinking about it. Other ones, it's just kind of sometimes based on other people's ideas. Like, for example, if someone says something in a specific order, I might just immediately have a neuron activation moment and start building some random stuff. Or I get referenced, like I get given some kind of reference and then I go from there, you know? Or I look at like concepts and then I think about how would I think to make it, you know? Or I just listen to music in general. Music does surprisingly help with this as well. I've just noticed the stream has caught up. Yeah, it's a bit of a random pool of will it or will it not make Clueless realize there's some kind of building opportunity. All I know is I might want to add some kind of mod to increase the world height infinitely because this is like a very large and very strange location, you know? Yeah, music is very helpful. Uh, hmm. Oh yeah. By the way, this is my basic concept of how this would spread from the normal view of things. Right? Basically, it spreads like this at first, and then it starts expanding. But this is just like me testing out the concept. So it might be very different from how it actually works when I do the series. I am going to like cover this up, of course, because this is just like a test concept. The entirety of this end is not the end dimension in this. This is just between reality. I need to think what the next thing for me to do is. Hmm. Uh, this is gonna be freaking cool once I do it. You'll understand what I'm doing in a moment here. There we go. And now I need to grab a bowl. Make that malleable. Increase the scale until that merges. No problem. Uh, that is being the example. I actually sometimes like to play around with this because look at that. It is a really cool effect. Even though it's very much unintentional. Yep. Technically, it's very much like that at times. It is like spreading like a slime. Like it is like hopping over to these, pulling it down, connecting it all. Oh, gotta be careful, it seems. There we go. How long have I been recording? Going for? I've been recording for a little under an hour. I'm not recording, I'm live. I'm having a stroke, it seems. I can't wait to actually explore this world more. At the moment, it's just a lot of, figuring it out, going for it, seeing what works, what doesn't. Let me just increase that to 25. Thank you. In any case, I've not got much reason to do this longer than an hour because, you know, I don't have that much motivation. It's mostly to, like, I'm doing this mostly as a way to show that I'm not dead, I guess. I guess also to explain things every now and then. Like, until I actually start doing this, I'm not gonna have much motivation to do much with YouTube. It's not like anyone watches my videos that often. I am the definition of old-fashioned, I guess. Yeah. The funny thing is, I've actually tried doing YouTube on separate occasions. There are channels still in existence of my dumb butt when I sounded squeakier. Still squeaky now, but much squeakier. Found one of those videos, I sounded adorable. But I let those channels rest and die. No one shall ever find it. After all, it never even got to 1 subscriber. There is now a clip of me somewhere sounding like a... I don't know. And the funny thing is, with how different my voice sounds back then to now, no one's gonna know. No one's finding me that easy. uh... Mm. What? What what? What bagel? Yo! 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 Yes. Um. Hmm. The very slow existence of this world becoming more and more. Can you believe it only took me a day to do all of that, and it took me all of today to do this? Wild. This is 2 days of work in a nutshell. Before I end it off, I'm probably going to show off some of the other builds I've done. I still need to adjust a few of them. For example, the hand. Alright, Bagel. Have a good one. I thank you greatly. Also, this might take a second. Hmm. This hand being the existence of my hell. This, I'm not good with hands. Hands are funny because they're cruel. I have been given some good criticism, like making it more clear that it's the palm of, like the palm of the hand. I need to make more clear. And then the fingers are fat. They are. They're very fat. Hey guys, bye bye. I guess. Yeah. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Little eye animations. Bye bye.